Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome back to some more Dead by Daylight. This is some news actually. This is not going to be some gameplay or anything like that. The day of the new chapter where we got the Plague, we got Jane Romero and the new map with the Templin. It's awesome, I'm loving it. Today though, we're talking about what happened on that day besides the new chapter, and that was a leak, a really bad leak. Somebody made a big oopsie behavior, and on the console versions of the games, when the new chapter came out, if you went into Kill Your Friends, which is the private lobby where a killer can host for 4 random people, so you can basically play against each other sort of thing. So 5 people can join, a killer and 4 survivors, and you basically have all of the perks at level 3 unlocked to you, and you can just mess around and play whatever games you want. There was 3 extra perks in the survivor role, and they were Ashley Williams perks. Now I'm going to get into the perks in a little bit, but for anyone that doesn't know, like myself, I didn't know who Ashley Williams was, or Ash Williams as a lot of people call him. He is a fictional character and a protagonist of the Evil Dead franchise. Now the Evil Dead franchise goes really far back to the 1980s. There's been films, television series, comics, video game. Like, there's been a lot of stuff surrounding the Evil Dead franchise, involving Ash Williams and everything like that. But somebody came out with a clarification the following day, on the Wednesday, posted on the Reddit, and it was from a user called Rose Colorboy. I'm going to link to the post in the description down below, along with everything else that I reference and stuff like that in this video. And it essentially says, clarification on the next update. It isn't the 1981 film Evil Dead DLC. It will be DLC, or at the very least, Ash from the show Ash vs. the Evil Dead. You can clearly tell this by the identical hand perk icon. Quotes are from the show as well. If you don't know, when you're looking at the perks, they have quotes that the survivors say and stuff like that. And apparently all of the quotes on the 3 perks that we're going to talk about and show you guys are from the show itself. So expect Ash to be the older version, the person that he is in the Ash vs. the Evil Dead television series. And Ash vs. the Evil Dead is the most recent of all of the things involving the Evil Dead, which was released in 2015. There's been 3 seasons, the most recent of which was in 2018. So it's a very current, ongoing thing. So it would make sense that if they're doing something involving Ash Williams, that they'd sort of collaborate with the most recent. What we don't know at the minute is what the killer could be, but we do know all of the perks, and I'm going to talk through them right now. Now these were posted by quite a few people. The ones I'm linking to in the description are the ones that I saw from a user on Reddit called Hazardo. The first perk is called Flip Flop. You have an uncanny ability to escape the inevitable. While in the dying state, 50% of your recovery progression is converted into wiggle progression when you are picked up by the killer, up to a maximum of 50% total wiggle progression. So what this essentially means is, if you were on the floor getting slugged and you recovered to 80% while the killer was trying to get to someone else and they picked you up, you would instantly have 40% wiggle progression already ahead, which is good. It means that the killer it's sort of like an anti-slugging perk, which I think is quite good. It's another option in the whole Unbreakable, Tenacity, those sorts of perks world. You can combine them with them. You can make some cool plays with them, and I think that's a decent perk. The second perk that got leaked was the Metal of Man. Evil has a way of always finding you after getting hit 3 times by the killer's basic attack, which, if you guys don't know, the basic attack is the left attack, so it wouldn't be the hatchets from the Huntress, it'll be her left click. Once you've been attacked after getting hit by 3 times by those attacks, the perk activates. So if you've been hit 3 times total with the left click, then the perk activates. Once activated, the next occasion that would put you into the dying state from the injured state is ignored. So that means basically you just get like a free hit. The next time you heal back up to full health, your aura will be revealed to the killer when you are further than 16 meters away from the killer. So if you do actually manage to get away, then you heal up, your aura will be revealed to the killer, which is interesting. I quite like the perk. It's good. I'm not going to complain at that. I'm looking forward to using it, testing it out. And then the third and final perk is Buckle Up. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. The recovery progress of dying survivors can be determined by the intensity of their auras at the distance of up to 48 meters. When you heal a survivor from a dying state to injured, both the healed survivor and yourself see the killer's aura for a duration of 6 seconds. Now this one's a little bit confusing. Took me a second to get my head around it, but essentially this is what it means. If somebody is on the ground and you can see their aura, the aura becomes stronger, or we don't really know what it will look like, but it will be noticeable that of how far the person has recovered. Whether that means the aura loads in from like left to right, so you can only see like a little bit of the person's body, and then until you can see like almost 100% of the body or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure how the visual effect will look, but if you're within 48 meters, the intensity of the aura will get higher the closer they are to being recovered. And then when you heal a survivor from the dying state to injured, so once you get someone up from being downed, both the healed survivor and yourself will see the killer's aura for a duration of 6 seconds. Now I kind of hope this works in the back end of if somebody heals you and you've got this perk, they see you. I imagine that will be the case, but at the time being, this is what it is. All of these perks are quite good. I'm quite liking them. They're sort of perks that you want to use with other stuff. They're perks that you wouldn't really use as like a main perk. You'd use them as like an off perk, as like the 3rd perk slot, the 4th perk slot. You might team it with something else, but I'm liking them. They're all decent perks, all ones that I'm like, yeah, I could see that in the game. That looks quite good. And these are going to be the 3 perks. Give or take, the stuff may change slightly. These are going to be the 3 perks that will most likely be in the next DLC. Whether they're going to delay this DLC now that it's been leaked, I'm a little bit unsure. What the killer would be. Apparently in Ash vs. the Evil Dead TV series, there's a few killers that are in that. I was looking on the wiki. There's Freddy Krueger, there's Jason. I don't think it's going to be Jason because there's been massive lawsuits around him recently and stuff like that. So I don't think anyone really wants to touch him. There's Evil Ash, which is in the show apparently, so an evil version of himself. There's quite a few things. So I'm unsure what the killer I'm unsure what the killer could be. If any of you guys have seen the show or know more about the Evil Dead franchise, and maybe the survivor is from the evil Ash vs. the Evil Dead, and the killer is from a previous iteration of the Evil Dead franchise, from like one of the old films or something like that. Who knows? If you guys have any theories on that, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below. And let me know what you think of these perks. Thanks so much to the people that I've linked to in below that leaked this on the Reddit, and it's just being talked about a lot, and I wanted to make a video about it because I'm excited for any news regarding upcoming chapters in Dead by Daylight. I don't know if this is going to be the next chapter now. I feel like it probably was planned on, but I feel like they may delay it once. I'm not entirely sure. But with it being a licensed chapter, maybe they have to team it with like the release of a new series, which might be like late 2019 maybe, because the last series was early 2018 I think, of Ash vs. Evil Dead, so maybe there's a 4th one coming out late 2019. I would say maybe if that is the case, that is probably when this chapter might launch. But yeah, let me know what you think of all of this stuff down in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe for more stuff like this, and thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.